It's a Whopper.
Is it? How about...
Nope.
It's always good to have extra. Get out. No. Give me a moment.
Those are not my thing.
She got you there, Mac. Yeah, pick it up. Woo! This is a key.
Mildred wanted to be a baker.
Put it in your inventory.
Bobby wanted to be a firefighter.
What did you want to be?
Queen of the universe.
Goals.
What did you see?
The Phantom.
Of the opera? That wasn't as ominous as you probably thought it was.
Be a sweetie and keep me updated so I have something to write about, won't you?
I will, sweetheart. I'm just imagining that he is out loud narrating this. Holy shit. The portrait's hung somewhat crookedly. Here, chicky, chicky, chicky. It bothered me more than I'd like. I'm just here to do some praying. Oh my!
I can't let something minor like the truth stand in the way of that.
Well, you sound like a stiff one, don't you? Say trick or treat, cause there's a Goose to defeat.
Return now, my servant, to do my command.
Huh?
It was hard to imagine what could be so important about it.
So I took it. For me. I have a bottle of water. Oh. Oh.
The focus.
The possess. Alright, that was weird.
I was expecting applause.
Oh, Don't do it, you stupid boy. Hello?
Get out!
Oh, we're gonna get thrown out the window. Ah! You are welcome. Inklingwood Studios. Ooh. Okay. So today I will be playing Foolish Mortals. This is a game that I've had my eyes on since I saw a trailer for it last year, where it was announced that it was coming out, and I've been looking forward to it a lot. I'm not sure if it's animated or if it's just point and click, but it's a detective game, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, I'm completely wrong, and I'm sorry for being less than right. Unfortunately, I've gotten a little sick, so my voice is a little bit hoarse right now. So, I hope I feel better when I'm editing this. I don't know what order this is going to come out in, but I feel like I need to mention that I am going to try to go in different directions. I don't want my channel to just be Scarlet Hollow and Slay the Princess. As much as I love those games, I don't want that to be all I'm playing, because unfortunately, the risk of me getting bored of those games would be very great, and I don't want that to happen. As much as I do enjoy playing those games, I have one more video in my editing queue of Slay the Princess that I'm currently working on, and I am struggling getting through it, and that tells me all I need to know. Like, I need to move on from those games, at least for now, because I'm already, like, getting tired. And I get so lost in Slay the Princess, where there are so many moments where I'm just sitting there, just like, what do I do? What haven't I done already? And where I have to reload and try again because, oh, I already did this. Gosh darn it. And it gets very repetitive, and I want to have fun playing games, and that will make for more fun videos, you know? More entertaining videos. And I hope that that's okay. If somebody doesn't like that, then that's fine. I'm just hoping to widen my own horizons. My goal is to eventually be able to play a horror game. I'm not saying that's absolutely going to happen. It's probably not going to happen, because even the thought of it gives me the ghost of a migraine. But I would love to do that at some point. I've tried branching out with Beacon Pines, which I love, and I'm going to try to get back to that at some point when my voice isn't so busted. But for now, we're just gonna carry on. My wayward son. All right, let's start a new game. Foolish Mortals.
They said there was a treasure on the island. Its location, known only to the dead. I could see it in my dreams. How was I supposed to know that in order to find it, I'd have to die too?
Oh. This is a story of how I died. Foolish mortals. Ooh. David Younger. Oh, those are two different shades of beige. Okay, this is a very long intro. It's a little bit too long. This is usually stuff that happens after the game, at the end.
Well, I think you're a fool. Everyone on Devil's Rock knows what happened to that house. Over 30 years it stood empty now. Locals won't go near it. I say all it contains now is dust, cobwebs, and bad luck.
I don't have time for ghost stories.
Then what do you want with it?
33 years ago, the Belmore Trading Company was wound up and absorbed by the state. The owner's dead, the heir nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Money was missing from the company accounts, and it's still unaccounted for. I'm here to find it.
So you're a treasure hunter.
Treasure.
Not quite. I'm an auditor.
An auditor. Records, taxes, all that stuff.
Think of me as the adventurer of the accounts book. But on this case, I'm out of office and on location. At 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, the state's claim on that money lapses for good along with my commission. So I've got one night to find it. I'm overdue for a meeting with the parish comptroller to reopen the case.
The comptroller you're meeting wouldn't happen to be Theodore Grimes, would it?
Yes, I believe it is.
Would be hard to convince him, I'd say.
Why's that? I'm a good talker.
He died about 4 days ago. I'd wager he's waiting to be buried in St. Juniper Cemetery, stiff as a board.
Well, fuck.
Okay, that might be tricky. Talking to the dead isn't quite within my skill set.
Remember what I said about that house and bad luck?
My bad luck started long before that house. It's a 3-day journey to get here, and it took me 7. And ever since my suitcase got dropped overboard on the steamer, all I have to my name is a pocket watch, a magazine, and $1.
Less than $1, actually. You owe me for the taxi ride.
Wow, okay. I need to lower the volume on the voices, because that was very loud. What did he say? Right.
The taxi driver was the type to prefer payment over conversation.
Okay. Wow, this is so nostalgic. You want money? Here you go.
And here's your change.
Wow.
Didn't you say you'd take me into town?
You can walk from here. No one with any sense will go further onto this island at night. And remember, the tide's coming in. Within the hour, you'll be cut off from the mainland until tomorrow.
That suits me. I took the pocket watch out of my vest and clicked open the cover. I've got 13 hours to find $13 million.
Unlucky for some, but if you're really dead set on it, here's a tip. Go find the Spirit Queen.
Ooh.
The Spirit Queen? Who is that?
I think you'll find you mean, what's that? Good luck, Murphy McAllen.
Is it a boat? Like the Queen Mary? Prologue, the Spirit Queen. Okay. Blood canned beef. Juniper Parish.
Walking into the port town of Dead Nettle, I could sense its history in every stone, brick, and plank. Echoes of merchant ships loading and unloading all manner of cargo from expeditions throughout the Caribbean. Gold and treasure that may still lie hidden on the island.
On the island. Doubloon's jewelry. Okay, do I click? Or can I use WASD? Nope, I have to click. Oh, there's bubbles there. What's that? Never mind. I've played too much Stardew Valley. Oh. Can I zoom out? No. Puppet theater.
The sign read, "The Fantastic Fantocchio Brothers will be performing tonight. All ages welcome. Tips welcome even more."
Pulcinella.
I had heard of the medical benefits of open-air night swimming. To my mind, the only medical benefit was diagnosing insanity in the people willing to do it.
Gate. Poster. What are you doing?
The poster advertised billiards at the Captain's Club, with 3 billiard balls and 2 cues framing a cube of billiard chalk.
Okay. Passageway. What are you doing?
Slap me with a paddle. It's a whopper.
Is it? Oh.
Well, blast my barnacles. That's the third one tonight. These fish sure must have been spooked by something.
Okay. Okay. This game, I feel, might have a little bit of a pacing issue. This I don't miss about old games like this. I used to play these games when I was little all the time. And it just, I loved it so much. But I rarely ever finished them. And it's all coming back to me why. This is so frustratingly slow. But it's nostalgic.
Are the fish biting?
Not so well today, to tell the truth. That was the first nibble in hours. I'm Ned Kipps, by the way. I haven't seen you around here before.
Hi, Ned.
I'm here because I have a very important job on this island. A calling that only I can fulfill. Dark secrets that I need to uncover.
He's like, I didn't ask.
You're a tourist. Now, why on earth would you choose Devil's Rock as the place to vacation?
I must have done something to upset my travel agent. The name's Murphy McCallan.
Nice to meet you, Mac. Not peckish, are you? You can help yourself to what I got here in my bucket if you like.
Oh, thanks. My expectations of a local seafood delicacy quickly unraveled when I plunged my hands into what felt like lumpy jelly. Ugh!
And you're still...
It was a handful of fish guts.
That's the best bait you get around here.
Okay.
They smell pretty bad, but the critters on this island love them. Who would have known they're good at suckering in tourists, too?
Yeah. Have you heard of the Spirit Queen? What's life like in Dead Nettle? What's that you're reading? I'm going to get back to exploring the island. What's that you're reading?
What's that you're reading?
This is Herman Melville's Moby Dick.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm struggling my way through it, to be honest. I thought it was a how-to book. I much prefer the last book I read. It was much more action-packed.
What book was that?
The Encyclopedia of Fishing Lures, 3rd edition.
Okay. I don't judge. I don't remember your name.
What's life like in Dead Nettle?
Well, it's not the hustle and bustle it used to be, but it suits me just fine. The ships just don't come through Dead Nettle anymore. Not since the disappearance.
You must have been talking about the Belmore wedding. The locals actually believed the story. Have you ever considered moving to the mainland?
Nah, I wouldn't like it over there. Crazies, oddballs, crackpots. The mainland doesn't have any of them.
Have you heard of the Spirit Queen?
Heard of her? Sure. But I wouldn't be heading out into the bayou at this time of night.
If she's out there, that's where I need to go.
Murphy, the bayou's dangerous. It's not the kind of place you want to go alone.
I'll be careful.
Well, if you're set on it, just take the western route out of town. Left at Pimlico Rock, then right on into the bayou. Without dark it gets in there, you'll see the lights guiding you the last stretch of the way. Just make sure the gators don't get too attached to you.
Oh. I'm going to get back to exploring the island.
I'm going to get back.
I wouldn't go looking for it if I were you, you know.
Excuse me?
The folks this island gets now either seem to be looking for something or running away from something. You look like you're doing both. You got your eye on that Belmore treasure, and I wouldn't be doing right by you if I didn't warn you to stay away from it. I know this island has a reputation for the macabre, and it's all fun and games in the beginning. But dig too deep, and you end up in the place you don't want to be.
What makes you think I... Ned looked at me in a way that told me my playing innocent wasn't going to work. Okay, that's right, but I'm not a grave robber. I'm an auditor, contracted by the state.
It don't matter what your reasons are, Mac. You need to be careful with that house. Us locals, we don't go anywhere near it.
I appreciate the concern, but who can really say they've seen a ghost?
I have, Murphy. And I'm not the only one. Ever since the disappearance, anyone brave or foolish enough to go up to that house has seen the same thing. You might say it was moonlight shimmering off dusty glass, the shadow of a tree branch, or a curtain blown by an unseen breeze. But deep down, we all know what we saw.
What did you see?
The Phantom.
Of the opera?
It's not something anyone will forget. Every poor soul who's seen the Phantom has been plagued by the most awful experience. Night after night of endless nightmares. Months of restless sleep. Just visions of faces. Evil faces. Laughing. It's like it can infect your dreams.
Yeah.
And who do you think the Phantom is? Or was?
Nobody knows. But it must have been someone at that awful wedding. Someone who doesn't want to leave the house. Or doesn't want to let anyone in.
I appreciate your concern, but I have a job to do. I don't think my boss would be too happy if I report back that ghosts and ghouls are what's standing in my way.
You're not the first to come looking for the treasure, you know.
But if I find it, I could be the last.
Whether you find it or not, I hope that's true. For everyone's sake.
Ned's talk of nightmares was the last thing I needed to be worried about. Even if it was a job, ever since I read about the Belmore treasure, all I could do was dream about finding it.
First of all, an unseen breeze. You don't usually see breezes. You don't usually see wind moving. And the Phantom of the Opera lives in that house. We have to go get an autograph, obviously. Bloom canned beef.
The billboard poster was peeling away to reveal layers of advertisements underneath, like some sort of consumeristic onion.
Okay. A duh. Oh, I'm gonna have to go all the way. All the way back. Oh no. This is taking forever.
Of all of the papers pinned to the board, one article stood out to me.
Yeah?
It showed the beaming face of a rotund fisherman on the docks with a headline declaring he'd just broken the island's heaviest catch record.
Oh no. There's fishing out here. I don't want to look at that. No. Go through here. Shoop. Great. It's equidistant. Super. Adore. Oh gosh, this is taking so long. Can you walk faster? Oh, you can. Oh my god.
I shook the gate, but it wasn't going to open. Down the passageway, I could make out a portion of an illuminated courtyard and the echoing trickle of a fountain.
Oh? What is that? Oh, it's a hint. Well, if I'd known that sooner, I would have done that.
The door was locked with a sign in the window saying, "Closed for private appointment, reopening shortly." I could see two gentlemen inside the store. A spindly man with a wiry mustache had his face pressed against a display cabinet, while a diminutive older gentleman tried desperately to pull him away. I'd seen similar behavior in Laurel and Hardy pictures.
Island. So, is there anywhere else I could go?
The clothesline was decidedly out of reach, even for a person who wanted to steal someone's freshly laundered undergarments. I wasn't one of those people.
Good.
It was the door to a newspaper office. A note on the door said, "Out on a scoop. Back."
Back later. Okay. Oh, okay. Dead nettle. Can I go back to the beach? Oh,
As I returned to the beach, I could see the causeway was now fully flooded over by the rising tide. I was trapped here until dawn.
yeah. Hello.
Hello? Little girl? You lost your mommy and daddy? It's late. There could be a lot of strange people around.
Yeah, I think I'm talking to one.
Maybe I should introduce myself. My name's Murphy McCallan. What's yours?
Mallory Wisp, angel on the outside, malevolent force of disparagement, derision, and disorder on the inside. At least, that's what Mrs. Huxley wrote in my school report. Hey, Do you know what an enfant terrible is?
Do your parents know you're here?
Of course they do. This is my happy place. I come here when I need to cheer up.
What's got you down?
It's my birthday, and I didn't get the present I wanted.
Well, happy birthday. Is being out here helping?
A little. It's a nice place to plot my revenge.
This doesn't sound like an appropriate way for a little girl to spend her time.
Little girl? Little girl? What am I supposed to like? Posies and princesses? Tiaras and tea parties? Those are not my thing.
She got you there, Mac. How are you planning on getting revenge? What present did you want for your birthday?
What present did you want for your birthday?
A doll?
A doll?
What's wrong with wanting a doll?
Nothing. I just didn't expect it. It doesn't quite fit with your whole aura.
I'm still a little girl. I don't have to defy all your stereotypes. Instead, I get this stupid tin boat. I know Sebastian's got something to do with it, too. He was all over the tin boat when I showed him my toy catalog from Mulligan's.
Is he one of your friends?
Not in a million years. You can see right through him.
How are you planning on getting revenge?
I'm not sure. Currently, I'm at the plotting and ruminating stage of my plan.
What are you plotting and ruminating about?
How things would be different if I was in charge of the world. We had a school project last week. What we want to be when we grow up. Mildred wanted to be a baker. Bobby wanted to be a firefighter.
What did you want to be?
Queen of the universe.
Goals.
I guess no one can accuse you of lacking ambition. Do you think you could fix the world's problems and make the world a better place if you were in charge?
Oh, absolutely not. It would be far worse. My patience is worn so thin with all the idiots around me. I don't know if it would be wise for me to wield that much power. You to the dungeons! You to the torture room! It would be very cathartic for me, though.
Have you heard of the Spirit Queen?
Have you heard of the Spirit Queen?
Look, if Maury put you up to this, you can tell him that I have no intention of going anywhere near his big, boring boat again. And anyway, those skulls look better with a little lipstick on them. I even made some cowrie necklaces for them, but nope, if we have a skeletal uprising, they're just going to have to maraud without being dolled up. And they'll have to take it up with Maury.
Who's Moray?
Nope, not falling for it.
Do you like living here?
Do you like living on Devil's Rock?
This island is cut off from society, an isolated microcosm of the dark and macabre. If I'm honest, it fits me quite nicely. Lots of places to explore, too, when I'm not banned from them.
Where are you banned from?
Where am I not? The Captain's Club wouldn't let me in after I declared a mutiny. The lady at the newspaper office kicked me out when I tried selling stories about a zombie uprising. The witch doctor in the bayou threatened to hex me if I didn't stop sneaking on board and borrowing his toys. And the gravedigger banned me from the cemetery when I played a teensy little practical joke.
What did you do?
I convinced him the stiff he'd buried was still alive. People are so antisocial around here.
Yeah, so weird.
Shouldn't you be heading home?
I'm in trouble at home. Mrs. Huxley held me back for detention yesterday. Again.
What did you do?
I convinced 3/4 of the class to sign over their eternal souls to me in exchange for some jelly beans. Third graders are remarkably easy to manipulate with a bag of candy and a little peer pressure.
Why did you do that?
You've got to speculate to accumulate.
Why did you want their souls? What use do you have for them?
Just making sure I'm prepared. And that's just step one.
I didn't dare ask what she was preparing for.
Good choice. Well, I gotta go, little girl.
I better get going.
I wouldn't walk across the beach again if I were you. This beach is covered in quicksand.
Yeah, sure.
I can hop along the surface, but with your weight, you'll be sucked down like a noodle.
Oh no. Really?
No.
This beach has quicksand?
No, she's lying to you.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. Tourists.
You know what? I'm gonna take your balloon.
I didn't want to take the little girl's balloon from her.
Why?
Her brooding face made it more than clear that it wouldn't be a good idea to get on her bad side. Despite the little girl's disparaging look at her tiny toy, I doubted she'd be okay with me commandeering it.
Okay. Well, this is a big map. If more locations open up. The Spirit Queen. Ooh. A gator.
After what felt like miles, the eerie darkness of the bayou gave way to the soft orange glow of a gas lamp. And beyond it, the last thing I expected to find in the heart of the swamp.
The Spirit Queen.
Hand-painted lettering on the side of a paddle wheel revealed the Spirit Queen wasn't a person, it was a riverboat. Its hull sagged, the woods swollen and split from years in the swamp. Peeling paint curled like dead skin.
Oh my
And what
God.
remained of its once grand decks now tilted and crooked. It looked like a wedding cake that had been left to rot.
Oh my.
I considered climbing the water tower, but I couldn't imagine what I'd find at the top other than stagnant, moldy water. And there was plenty of that in the bayou already.
Dockmaster.
I jiggled the handle, but the door was locked. The damp air of the bayou had swelled the window in its frame. It would need more force than my bare hands could supply to open it.
Yeah, I hear ya. Shrunken head. Hello.
As I took the shrunken head from the sign, it almost seemed to grin at me. Creepy.
Hang it from your hip. Oh, okay, we're just gonna take it. Hello.
The alligator snapped at me like a sprung trap, giving me more than enough reason to stay well away from those teeth. If I wanted to get across the jetty, I needed to make sure the alligator wasn't on it.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, show me the hints.
I may have been new to the bayou, but even I knew that plunging my hand into alligator-infested waters wasn't a good idea.
But what about, this?
The fish guts could definitely draw the alligator's attention, but not if they sank into the bayou.
What if we put it in here?
That didn't work.
No?
Hand-feeding the alligator didn't seem like a good idea. What if it
Okay.
bit off more than I was offering? The sign read Dockmaster. Presumably, this little shack was where documents and licenses pertaining to the riverboat's operation were stored.
Ooh, what if I hang
That
this?
didn't work.
Okay.
I couldn't do that.
Can I?
It was a shrunken head with wispy white hair and tightly shut eyes.
Uh-huh.
It was a handful of fish guts so odoriferous they made my eyes water. It was the change the taxi driver had given me from our drive across the causeway, a dime and a penny. It was the pocket watch I'd been given when I reached 5 years as an auditor. I didn't know whether it was to celebrate the
Oh. For richer, for poorer. A mysterious manor, a bewitching bride, and a treasure trove that remains undiscovered to this very day. Hide beneath a blanket as we recount the spooky story of the vanishing wedding of the Belmore Manor. They say it happened on Halloween night, 1899, on the ominously named island of Devil's Rock. The creme de la creme of Louisianan society had been invited to the grand wedding of Abigail Belmore, younger sister of the Belmore brothers, wealthy owners of the Belmore Trading Company, which traded the waters of the Caribbean. British by birth, the brothers took over the Belmore Trading Company upon the tragic death of its original founders, their parents, while also adopting their younger sister. The wedding of Abigail Belmore was said to be the highlight of the year for Louisiana high society, but it was already a wedding plagued by scandal and tragedy. Abigail had declared her love for a sailor who worked aboard her brother's ships. Eschewing the illegible bachelors across the South, Abigail was courted and proposed to by a commoner. Unsure at first, but compelled by their love of their little sister, the brothers sanctioned the marriage and planned to make it a spectacle. But a fairy tale wedding this was not. In the months leading up to the wedding, each of Abigail's brothers, one by one, went missing, never to be seen again. This writer's theory? Murder. But who could accomplish such a heinous crime? The story takes a mysterious twist.
The morning of the wedding, Abigail declared she would not marry the stalwart sailor, but would instead marry John Rackham, first officer of the Belmore Trading Company and its director following the disappearances of the Belmore brothers. Was the bride stolen from the sailor? Was the bride rescued by the officer? Or were the two men simply pawns of a demonic debutante? The following morning came, and no newlywed couple was to be found. Through the night, it is said that a huge green flash erupted from the manor house, and no one, not the bride, the groom, nor any of the guests, were ever seen again. The house was abandoned, the Belmore Trading Company broken up and sold off, the island left to fade into obscurity. And yet, the wealth of the Belmore family has never been found. Gold, jewels, or even more esoteric treasures, all still lie undiscovered. To this day, the house is avoided by anyone who knows its past, and still stands at the heart of the Belmore estate, rotting away with its fading secrets, still locked inside. What happened to the vanished wedding? What happened to the Belmore treasure? The story gets stranger still. Rumors abound that the Belmore brothers had an interest in the occult, and this dalliance with the dark arts may have seduced them. Could voodoo from the Caribbean expeditions have infiltrated Belmore Manor? On occasion, the night sky above Devil's Rock still illuminates with a green glow, a memory of that fateful night when an entire wedding vanished. Or perhaps it is a beacon to a priceless treasure, still waiting for an adventurer foolish enough to pursue it.
Reproductions from the Belmore art collections. Oh. Yardley Belmore, the actor, the thespian.
A luminary of the stage on both coasts when his schedule allowed it, initially writing and performing plays, but in later years, commissioning their production through his philanthropic efforts, and his schedule was overtaken by the rapidly growing business.
Xavier Belmore, the explorer.
A member of the Captain's Club and the Globetrotters Guild, Xavier was the heartbeat of the Belmore Trading Company's ventures in the Caribbean, where the three brothers made lucrative trading contracts that spread to the United States and across the Atlantic.
Cecil Belmore, the scientist.
Lauded as a genius for his inventions and scientific rigor in the areas of electricity and transportation, rumors abound about possible technological discoveries that would have been announced if only he had not disappeared.
Everything you need to make your own kazoo. Okay. So,
I considered climbing the water tower, and there was plenty.
So what do I do then? A hint? Yeah, no, I am aware. What if I just did it from
The
here?
fish guts could definitely draw the alligator's attention, but not if they sank into the bayou.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Maybe it's too soon to be here?
Good evening, Ned.
Hello again, Mac.
You didn't tell me the Spirit Queen was a riverboat.
You didn't tell me the Spirit Queen was a riverboat.
Oh, sure. That thing's been moored up in the bayou with her keel kissing the mud for years. Witch doctor lives aboard her now. Claims to sell all manner of hoodoo and voodoo. But to believe that, you need to be dumber than the bachelor in New Orleans, throwing beads at the Sisters of Mercy.
All right. Well, okay.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around.
I had more important things.
But I want to.
To make use of that, I needed something to weigh.
Okay. Go look at this wreck, I guess.
I thought better of swimming out to the wreck. As best as I could tell, all it contained was dock mud and the future promise of an antibiotics prescription.
Yeah, but,
The puppet show hadn't started yet.
okay. Huh. Hotspots. Diary. This is what always would trip me up about these things, because I was always like, where do I go? What am I supposed to do? Because it's not made super clear. What if I pay her for the boat? Or the balloon?
I'd like to buy your boat.
What do you think I am? A yacht broker named Mitch? Gotta get the big sales before the end of the month. I don't need your money. There's nothing on the island to spend it on.
Would you like this?
What do you think of this magazine?
Ghost stories, huh? I mean, it's all right, but I like my ghost stories with a little more edge to them.
How about this head?
How would you like to trade your tin boat for this?
A doll?
At least the head of one.
Deal!
Don't tell your parents I gave it to you.
Oh, I'll hug him and kiss him and conquer the world with him.
Don't kiss him, please.
Prepare to weigh anchor.
Mm-hmm. Can I take the balloon now?
I didn't want to take the little girl's her brooding.
Okay, now. Now I can do it. Oh! A reporter.
Mr. McCallan,
Yes. I am he.
Yes? How do you know my name?
it's a work assignment that brings you to the island. Am I right?
Yes.
She began staring at me with intense, hypnotic eyes. Disguised within her tailored outfit and tortoiseshell spectacles, she had the crazed look of someone not entirely in touch with reality.
Wow.
That's right.
An auditing job.
Eyes that looked like she was reading my very thoughts. Yes?
And you're late. Days late.
Yes.
I was beginning to panic. Ned had warned me about the supernatural on this island. Was this person standing in front of me equipped with psychic powers that could read my very thoughts? How do you know all this? Are you the witch doctor?
The witch doctor? No. It was written on this telegram that came in for you. It came through a few days ago now. Your boss isn't too happy by the looks of it. Bill Bolam, the taxi driver, telephoned and said I'd find you out here.
You're reading my telegrams?
I'm a newspaper reporter. It's one of the best ways to get a good story. Now, do you want it or not?
If you wouldn't mind.
McCallan, you're late reporting in. I don't remember authorizing the reopening of a cold case, but you better make sure it pays off, or you'll be swapping desks back to the mailroom. Sid Sinclair Auditing Company.
Okay.
Do you want to send a reply?
What was there to say? My only contact was going to be pushing up daisies by morning, and my one lead was the magazine I'd been carrying with me since heading out. Before I checked in with my boss, I needed some progress to report badly. You know, for now I'll just leave it.
Suit yourself. Sounds like you're up to some fun on the island, Murphy. Be a sweetie and keep me updated so I have something to write about, won't you?
I will, sweetheart.
She didn't even wait for a reply before she started striding back through the bayou. She hadn't taken a single thing from me, and yet somehow, I still felt like I'd just been mugged.
Okay, Noir. Can I combine these things?
I packed the fish guts into the tin boat. It was the smelliest little ship to sail the 7 seas.
Yes. Okay. Now I can put this... Oh. Okay. Let's just forget I did that.
Perhaps this would attract the gator's attention.
Mm-hmm.
The hulking mass of scales and muscles lumbered to the edge of the jetty and dangled its toothy jaws over the side, its nostrils flickering at each waft of fish guts.
I don't think that's gonna work.
The temptation to push the alligator into the bayou was building, but one wrong move while I was near it, and I'd definitely come off worse.
How about this one?
Ready?
Set, go! Wow.
With a splash that would be the envy of any cannonballing kid at a pool party, the irritable reptile disappeared into the murky bayou. I just hoped it didn't hold a grudge.
Well, it got the fish guts, didn't it?
The taxidermied fish looked like it was barely hanging on to the rotting wooden frame. Deciding it would be better coming with me, I picked it up. And in doing so, tore a long hole in its previously stitched up seam.
Oops.
It was the taxidermied fish I'd taken from the riverboat, with a ripped seam opening up to the stuffing inside.
Can we cover it up with...
Nope.
Nope.
The writing on the paddle wheel said in fancy painted letters, "The Spirit Queen."
Okay, go inside. Oh.
Spirits and specters from realms yet unknown, guide to me the wanderer who searches alone. Welcome, Murphy McCallan.
How do you know my name? Have you been reading my telegrams too?
I have no need for such trivial paperwork. I have eyes all over this island. Now it's time for me to see you for myself. Come, step into the light. I know a lot about you, Murphy. Unknown parents, a childhood spent in orphanages. I know things about you even you don't know.
How do you know all that?
My name is Dr. Morey. I am a conjurer, a shadow man, a controller of spirits that balance the line between life and death. And those spirits whisper to me. But for now, it's your time to talk, Murphy. Tell me why you've come to my humble abode.
I've been told you could help me.
That depends on what you seek.
I kept telling myself that the doctor's theatrics didn't convince me. That there must have been a logical reason why he knew what he did. But with how skittish the locals were, humoring him seemed like my only chance of learning more. I'm looking for the $13 million that went missing from the Belmore accounts. I'm an auditor in the company I work for.
Murphy, do you take me for a fool? I know what your mind sees when your eyes are closed. Tell me, Murphy, what do you dream of?
Okay, white guy. I dream about completing my work assignment. I dream about finding the lost treasure of Belmore Manor. I dream about completing my job. I'm here to do my job.
I dream about completing my work assignment.
I see that spirit within you, hungering for more than an auditor's life. And I know you've dreamed about that treasure every night since you first read the story. Tell me I'm not right.
It's like the treasure is calling out for me to find it.
Many have sought the lost treasure of Belmore Manor. All have failed.
Mm-hmm.
Some, it is said, have perished in the process. Do you know what happened at Belmore Manor all those years ago?
The ghost story? I've read it, but I don't know how much of it is really true.
All of it.
Okay.
Dark magic runs throughout Belmore Manor.
Pretty.
The house was built by the Belmore brothers, 3 merchants from England who made their fortune trading across the Caribbean. Xavier Belmore, an explorer. Yardley Belmore, an actor. And Cecil Belmore, a scientist.
Wow, were they twins?
Their parents dead for many years, they each loved and cared for their young sister, Abigail. Abigail met a young sailor who worked aboard her brother's ships, and in less than a year, he proposed. The engagement was a scandal. Despite having the pick of any eligible bachelor in high society, her hand and her share of the Belmore fortune was to go to a commoner.
Ooh.
Because of their unconditional love for their young sister, the Belmore brothers sanctioned the union. But people began to wonder if Abigail was being locked into marriage, whether by blackmail or black magic. The 3 proud brothers planned a grand wedding, but in the months leading up to it, one by one, each of the brothers was lost, presumed dead. And yet the wedding was still to go ahead. And with Abigail set to inherit the entire Belmore fortune once she came of age, people began to wonder whether the sailor was not a perpetrator, but a pawn. On the morning of the wedding, Abigail summoned the sailor to her chambers. "I don't love you," Abigail declared. "I never loved you."
All right.
And before the guests gathered in the house, Abigail declared that she would marry another on that same evening. John Rackham, first officer of the Belmore Trading Company, would be her new groom.
He doesn't look evil.
Except that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That night, everyone in the house suddenly and mysteriously vanished. Perhaps it was the last revenge of the scorned sailor. In the house that night was a heart that would be broken, a victim who would be tricked, and a force that would unleash evil. But no one knows exactly who each was. If you want to find the treasure, Murphy, you'll have to find out.
Okay. It's why I'm here, so.
You're telling me that all of that actually happened?
And so much more, Murphy. Mysteries you have yet to uncover.
Dr. Morey's performance was gripping, but it seemed like something out of the vaudeville shows I'd snuck into as a teenager. Grifters peddling magic spells, fortune-telling, and miracle elixirs. At least that's what I tried to tell myself. And the treasure, is that real too?
It is as real as you are, Murphy. And someone went to a lot of trouble hiding it.
Can you help me find it?
I can. If you can prove your dedication to the search, I will need you to retrieve something from inside the house.
He's barefoot. It bothers me.
A small leather pouch called a gree-gree
Gree-gree.
still lies inside Abigail Belmore's bedroom. We will need it if I'm to help you. This will get you inside.
A key! This is a key. Put it in your inventory.
You're not gonna pull a rabbit out of your hat for your next trick, are you?
I do not do tricks, Murphy McCallan. You'll soon learn this. The Belmore estate lies at the end of the northeastern peninsula of Devil's Rock. Find that gree-gree and bring it back to me.
I will find the gree-gree and bring it back to me. I will bring it back to you. Okay.
I'll be here when you return. And Murphy, this ghost story? Now it's your story, too.
That wasn't as ominous as you probably thought it was. Okay. Let's GTFO it. Just making sure that there isn't somebody here again. Okay. There's not. So. Let's go. Ooh, it looks so nice.
Framed by trees and lit by moonlight, Belmore Manor stood imposingly in the still night air. Even without any lights on, it felt like something inside the house was calling me. Or warning me.
Well, it can't have been that long ago. The house still looks in good condition.
I considered wading into the pond, water up to my waist, squelching my way through the reeds and mud, past frogs, bugs, and water snakes. Then I realized I had absolutely no reason to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's nothing specific to click on, so.
Looking out over the tranquility of the gardens, its magnolias lit by moonlight, nothing could take my attention away from the macabre sight dangling from the oak tree. A hanged skeleton, its wedding suit little more than tattered rags clinging to bone, and its skull seemingly watching me with hollow, unblinking eyes. An eternal groom without a bride.
Wow. Wow.
The skeleton hung high up in the tree, swaying with each slight breeze. Even from down on the ground, I felt disturbingly close to it. The stark trunk of the tree didn't offer any possibility of climbing it.
Throw a fish at him. Wait. Go. Ooh.
The barrel dangled from the rope like a piñata, but having this burst over my head would be the first step in getting tarred and feathered. The wheel was too heavy to move.
Yeah.
The knot was tied so tightly I couldn't loosen it.
All right. I have nothing to cut it with, also.
The cow skull was out of reach, high up on the gable.
On the gable. On top of the stable. The
doors were firmly locked from the inside.
Okay. Ooh, look at this. A pagoda, or whatever it's called. Furniture.
From the patina of rust, it was clear the patio set hadn't been used in decades.
This thing's gonna fall on your head.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah.
So much.
Pick it up.
I picked up the horseshoe that had assaulted me. It was heavy, as the bump on my head attested.
Okay. Now we have a horseshoe. Why?
Gazing up at the glowing moon, it reminded me of a poem I could recite by heart, even if I couldn't remember where I'd first heard it. From way up high, the moon can spy beyond where eyesight delves, but with some time, the maritime can see those sights themselves.
Beautiful. Eggs. Okay.
From the outside, I couldn't spot any clues to the location of the Belmore treasure.
Okay. Let's go inside then.
From the outside, I could...
Yeah, I know.
With a deep breath, I placed the key into the lock of the house I'd been thinking about for weeks and turned it.
Go forth!
Hello? I don't know if I expected a reply, but with only an echo in response, it seemed like nobody was home. Ah! I hope that was just the wind.
Hello? Is anybody in there? Okay. I'm gonna take a look around. Say nothing if that's okay. Cool. Huh? Light.
An orb appeared seemingly from nowhere, glowing and shimmering with energy, simultaneously captivating and terrifying. It was like it had a presence, an aura that I couldn't explain. My first instinct was to look for smoke and mirrors, but this illusion was right before my very eyes, one that I could reach out and touch.
Don't do it, you stupid boy. Alright, that was weird. Whatever. So we were looking at this painting.
It was a painting of Abigail Belmore, hauntingly beautiful.
Okay, that was all we... Okay.
The door didn't have a visible lock, but as much as I tried, it wouldn't open. With neither of the doors appearing to open, I peered through the crack between them. I couldn't tell if I was imagining things, but it looked like shadows dancing.
Show me. Show me. Oh, for frick's sake.
It wouldn't open.
Yeah, okay.
Without a flue, the fireplace seemed entirely decorative, and yet, standing in front of it, I could feel a breeze.
Yeah, that's probably from the chimney. Although, where? He said it was decorative, right. So where's the air coming from? Secret path? Secret hatch.
Without a flue, the fireplace seemed entirely...
Yeah.
It was a family portrait of all four Belmore siblings. The three brothers stood around their seated younger sister. Like the other door, this door had no keyhole, yet still... The two sea deities stared at me with disapproving eyes. I didn't know what I could have done to disappoint a statue. It was a painting of the gazebo I recognized from the clifftop.
Gazebo. Door. Oh, right. The light. Huh? Well, it went that way, so I'm gonna go this way. Oh my god. That's the dude, right? That she married? That she was gonna marry? Why is his portrait here? Was he that important to the family?
The portrait exuded an unsettling aura. I didn't know who it was, but I didn't like the way he looked back at me.
Yeah, it's locked. It's locked.
I tried to open the trunk, but in the darkness I only managed to fumble unsuccessfully with the latch.
Nope, absolutely not. XC. Oh, these are the brothers' room?
The door was locked. The door was locked.
Yes, it was locked.
The door was locked.
Okay. I get it. Oh my gosh. I'm going. Did not like that there was a child laughing there. Well, there's some lights. Huh.
this was strange. I didn't remember seeing any lights on when I was outside the house.
Me neither. Servant bells.
I couldn't ring the bells from the hallway. The door was...
It's locked. Curtains.
I looked behind the curtains, but there was nothing.
Okay, let's go.
Walking into the room, I realized it must have been Abigail's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the right place. Somewhere in this room was the Gree-Gree, and I needed to find it.
I need to find the Gree-Gree.
The sheets lay flat on the bed, undisturbed for more than 30 years. The Gree-Gree wasn't going to be there.
How do you know?
The sheets lay...
Okay. A cord. Well, the servants will be with me shortly, I guess. Fire poker.
I took the poker from the hook.
Yes.
Get out.
No.
I hope that was my imagination.
Give me a moment.
The portraits hung tight to the wall and didn't reveal anything hidden behind them.
I'm just imagining that he is out loud narrating this. The ghost's like, okay, this is a weird one. No, he needs to go. Absolutely not. Frick that. No. This is not my hope and salvation. No, get out. Get out. He's just standing there. The portraits hung somewhat crookedly. It bothered me more than I'd like. Oh my God, he's insane. My goodness. Phonograph.
The phonograph didn't have a record to play.
Okay.
I tried to open the balcony doors, but they were locked securely. I wasn't getting through them.
It's locked.
It was best to leave the vase where it was.
Okay.
I couldn't see anything special about the phonograph's reflection. The music box was locked with no visible keyhole, but a distinctive indent on the front looked like it might be the mechanism to open it, if I had the right key.
Ooh, there's a piece missing. Okay. I saw a glint somewhere. There.
I tried to lift the ashpan grate, but decades without use had rusted it in place.
Okay, but what if we had a lever? A lever.
I wedged the poker in the grate, and with all my might, pulled.
Heh. Don't throw it away. Thank you. Traumatized from too many hogs.
I picked up the object that had been glinting in the fireplace and discovered it was a jeweled brooch.
Ooh. Yes, we're not keeping it, though.
Lighting the fire may have warmed the room, but it couldn't take away the chill I felt standing there.
Yes. Yes, I know. Okay.
It was an ornate brooch that had tarnished with age. What should have been a sparkling gem was now grimy and dull.
Oh.
The brooch fitted snugly into the indentation in the music box. With a small click, the music box opened and revealed the contents it had held untouched for more than 30 years. The small leather bag was just as the witch doctor had described. It was hard to imagine what could be so important about it.
So I took it for me. Oh.
You should not be here.
Wait, I can explain.
You don't belong here.
I don't mean any harm.
Get out. Get out.
Oh, we're gonna get thrown out the window. The door. Ah! Oh, goodness. Wow.
With good fortune, the pond had broken my fall.
How?
It was a strange juxtaposition.
That's so
wiggling
far.
goldfish out of my underwear as I tried to process the fact that I'd just been the victim of an attempted murder by a ghost bride.
Huh.
The stories were true. So that meant the treasure might be real as well. And now I had the Gree-Gree.
The Gree-Gree.
It was time to return to the Spirit Queen.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, it just did that without my... Okay.
Murphy, did you find it?
Yeah.
I saw her. I saw the bride. She tried to kill me.
I told you it was true.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you have the Gree-Gree?
I don't trust this guy.
Yes, I found it.
Good. Good. Now, do you believe what I've been telling you?
No.
I'm starting to.
No.
Why did she try to kill me?
There are some spirits that, even in death, do not wish to give up what they amassed in life. The question is, are you strong enough to persuade them?
I would be if they'd give me a chance to ask them.
Precisely. That will be our next step.
Mm-hmm. Oh. bone fragment, coffin nails, chalk, black feather, gunpowder, silver.
A manuscript for a voodoo spell? A spell to help me find the treasure?
A spell to reveal those who know where it is. There are many things on this island that have gone unseen. Stories that have been left unheard, at least by mortals. But I commune with realms beyond. Let me introduce you to a friend. Out of the shadows, the cursed and the damned, return now, my servants, to do my command.
Huh? Holy shit.
I have returned to you, Master.
No.
Loa, this gentleman wishes to find the lost treasure of Belmore Manor. Tell him how this can be done.
Only inhabitants of the house know where the treasure lies, their spirits still within its walls, trapped between life and death. To ask them, those spirits must be pulled back to the mortal realm.
And that is what our spell will do, Murphy. A summoning spell to unveil the ghost trapped within the house.
7 ingredients place inside, tie closed and then unseal. Within the focus what may hide, this spell will soon reveal.
Once you've collected all 7, we can summon the ghosts of Belmore Manor. Once we've summoned the ghosts, we can ask them exactly where the treasure was hidden. You have served me, Loa. Begone. That, Murphy, is your goal. Find the 7 ingredients named in the voodoo manuscript, place them in the gree-gree, and return to the Spirit Queen. Are you up to the task?
I
think
don't
so.
trust this
Excellent.
guy.
Then there's just one thing left to do. The gree-gree that you carry is not yours. It was stolen from the spirits. And an artifact of voodoo will only work for its rightful owner. To be used, it cannot be stolen. It can only be bought or traded or inherited. Fortunately for you, the spirits and I are willing to make a trade for something symbolic of your spirit. The spirit that yearns to escape its humdrum life. If you want the gree-gree to be rightfully yours, what do you have to offer in exchange for it?
Who are you to decide that for the spirits? What? I don't trust this guy. He's gonna end up betraying us. I think he might be the dude that tried to marry that lady. Maybe. How about the telegram? Here.
Would the spirits trade the gree-gree for this?
A reminder of the world you wish to leave behind, but I'm afraid it has no value to me.
Okay. How about these coins?
Would the spirits trade the gree-gree for this?
Do you dare insult?
Okay. It's gonna be the watch, right? Yeah. Definitely.
What about this?
A pocket watch. A symbol of the life that doesn't satisfy you. A symbol of lost time. Dare you give it up?
I think I can do without it.
Then cast it into the spirit pool.
I just won't be able to tell time. Who needs to tell time, you know? Bloop.
The spirits have deemed it a satisfactory trade. The gree-gree and its powers are now rightfully yours to wield. You are ready now, Murphy. Head out to the island and retrieve the ingredients we need. Then I will show you the final step of the spell.
How am I going to find what I need?
Everything I've ever needed for my voodoo spells, I've found here. It's as though this island draws the supernatural to it. The bayou, the beach, the town, the manor, all will help you in your search. Tell me, Murphy, have you visited the mill to the north, the fort to the south, the church at the island's heart? The island will lead you to that which you seek. I have no doubt about that.
How are the ghosts trapped within Belmore Manor?
How are the ghosts trapped within Belmore Manor?
The explosion is what sealed their fate. They exist now only as spirits, the form they should take in the spirit realm, and yet they remain here in the mortal realm. The ghosts are trapped in that house, unseen, unheard, and unable to interact with the world around them. This spell will change that.
How is the bride able to attack me when she's supposedly unseen and unheard?
Yeah.
Voodoo works best when attuned to emotion, and the strongest of those emotions can sometimes push beyond the known limits. She must have been very angry with you.
If I summon the spirits of the house, won't I also summon the bride again?
Very true, Murphy. Best be a little more persuasive this time.
Well, she didn't give me a chance to talk. What was the explosion that caused everyone to disappear? Who's the creature you talked to? What's this riverboat we're about? That is the least interesting question. I'm going to find it. What's the explosion?
What was the explosion that caused everyone to disappear?
It was a tearing in the very threshold between life and death, a chain reaction of spirit energy suddenly unleashed by the most violent of emotions. Just as the bride's anger allowed her to manifest in front of you this very evening, think of the rage that must have caused an entire household to explode and vanish.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the creature that you talked to?
That is my Loa, the Loa of the mysteries, the invisibles, the messengers.
Is it a ghost?
No, they are the intermediaries between humans and the supernatural. There are two planes of existence, Murphy, the mortal realm and the spirit realm. Loa can move between them both. With my powers, I can command them when they do.
I love these scarves up here. They're so nice. The colors are so nice. Especially this one. This one's my favorite. This octopus looks so silly with these protruding eyes. How did you learn voodoo, Mr. Erickson?
How did you learn voodoo?
I have always been adept with the mystic arts.
I'm sure you have.
Just as you dream of treasure, Murphy, I dream of power. I came to Devil's Rock many years ago, drawn by its voodoo energy, and no sooner than I arrived, the spirit realm began to reveal itself to me, pleading for me to be its master.
They pleaded for you to be its master. Right. That is completely believable. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Why is this island such a focus of voodoo energy?
I suspect the answer to that question already lies in what you're seeking.
Fine, I'm gonna exhaust all the options.
What's this riverboat we're aboard?
This is the Spirit Queen.
Yeah.
It used to be a pleasure boat, plying the rivers around the island. That's how I came to own the boat. But between you and me, Murphy, it's a lot easier to win when you have spirits to control the roll of the dice.
So you cheated.
Sounds like you cheated.
Yeah.
Fate was always gonna bring this boat.
Do you keep an alligator as a pet?
Do you keep an alligator as a pet?
He's like,
That's
no.
right. My dear old Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles.
Blind as a bat, but with the smell of a bloodhound. Good thing he's chained up safely in the boiler room.
No, he isn't. He was out on the jetty when I was trying to get aboard.
Where is he now?
Swimming in the bayou.
Oh dear, not again.
Oops, did I make some trouble for you?
I'm going to go and find the voodoo ingredients.
Hurry back.
Hurry back. I don't think I will. Part 1, the summoning spell. Uh-huh. This goes on for too long, this part. Some constructive criticism there. Okay. Oh, so many. Ooh, so many. Oh, goodness. A plaque.
The plaque read, Fort de l'Amour. No public access. For further information, please contact the lighthouse keeper.
Oh. Oh, kitty!
Here, kitty, kitty. Psst, 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 psst. It was no use. That cat was clearly more entranced by shiny things than the stranger outside the gate.
How about a fish, kitty?
The fish had been dead for years, was primarily comprised of stuffing. The cat wasn't going to be.
Okay, how about...
Nope. The brooch was much too dirty to.
Okay, can I clean it somehow?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
The coat of arms depicted 4 lions surrounding a central flower, topped by a medieval tower. I could have tried squeezing my arms through the bars, but I already knew the barrel was too far away to reach.
Okay. So, let's start off with something else then. Let's start off with this. Oh. A window.
The inside of the church was silent and still. The church door was locked.
It's locked. Oh, hello. So while that was happening, he could have been walking, so it made sense for us to wait. Because that's just unnecessary time. That's just... We get it. Like, more things can happen at once. That's part of the animation, you know?
The tin was full of nothing but holes.
Okay. Oh, you're not gonna say anything? Okay.
I didn't need to warm my hands on the stove. It was already a humid night, and the fire was more useful at keeping bugs away from the shack than keeping anyone toasty.
Hello, Gravedigger.
Hello?
Yeah! God darn it! Don't sneak up on people like that! You frighten the dying daylights out of me.
He looked at me like he'd seen a ghost.
Okay.
Sorry, you seem a little jumpy.
I thought you were that pesky little girl again.
No, I would never.
A little girl? That doesn't seem like a reason to be scared.
She's a terror! One of these days she's gonna give me a heart attack. Last week, she showed up with a doctor's note she'd forged, saying a man I'd buried that day was just a very deep sleeper. 7 hours I was out here digging him back up, at my age.
And was he sleeping?
Dead as a dodo. Just like that little girl will be if I get my hands on her. Who are you, anyway?
My name's Murphy McCallan. I've just arrived on the island.
Well, welcome, Mr. Murphy. I'm Edgar Kettle. Gravedigger, undertaker, coffin maker, and anything else that needs doing to keep this cemetery running.
Was the little girl named Mallory Wisp by any chance?
That's her. The peril in a pinafore. She got the whole town thinking I was burying people prematurely. I walked past the school the other day, and they'd made up a jump rope chant about me.
What was it?
Oh, what was the chant the school children made up about you?
Edgar, crazy feller, just be careful, he don't get you. How many bodies did he strive to bury while they're still alive?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I wasn't looking for audience participation.
Sorry, I got carried away. Just like you with the burying.
Wow. Have you ever accidentally buried someone who was still alive?
Have you ever accidentally buried someone who was still alive?
Has someone been making accusations again?
No, just making conversation.
Well, not that I know of. When you think about it, how would I know?
Shouts for help, desperate shaking of the coffin.
Look, I haven't sealed anyone up who was chatting with me, let's put it that way. I usually check for signs of life, but everyone takes shortcuts sometimes, don't they? I deserve some rest in peace, too.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hopefully not the guy in the coffin.
Not funny.
Did you make this coffin?
I sure did. But this is no more than a pauper's coffin by anyone's standards. The finest a parish pension can buy. Lock them in lumber, leave them to slumber, that's what I say. This'll end up 5 feet under by the end of the night.
I thought it was supposed to be 6 feet.
You're not the one doing the digging. 5 feet means I get a tea break.
Okay.
Have you got any spare coffin nails?
No, I don't have any to spare. I've got a backlog of bodies begging for burial. But does the parish increase my funding? Nope. The roof's leaking, my table's broken. I've used floorboards to build some of the coffins. Take my advice. Don't go into this line of work. Undertaking is a dying business.
I mean,
Do you think I could fit inside the coffin?
Probably not. The gentleman inside might make it a bit of a squeeze.
You mean there's a dead guy inside there?
There better be. I can't afford to be burying empty coffins.
I'm looking for the treasure of Belmore Manor.
Oh, a treasure hunter. Well, let me tell you something, young man. Don't even think about digging up my graveyard. There's no treasure buried here, and I'm already busy enough filling in the holes that are supposed to be here.
Do you know anything about the disappearance at Belmore Manor?
I think it's important to let the dead rest in peace.
But what if they're not in peace?
Well, you got me there. Listen, I think there's more to that story than meets the eye. You know the three brothers went missing, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you ask me, I think Abigail Belmore was behind it.
Why?
She was engaged to a sailor.
Yeah.
Nobody like her would go for a commoner.
What?
She might have loved him.
She could have loved somebody with a big bank account, too. I think she must have been using him, pretending to love him so he'd do her dirty work for her, bumping off her brothers.
What?
Then afterwards, she drops him and goes to marry the officer of the company. Fiendish.
Do you have any proof?
What?
Yeah, just a feeling, that's all. But when you work with cadavers, you kinda get a sixth sense about things.
I don't think that's what happened.
What do you think was behind the disappearance?
Well, the sailor must have found out he was being manipulated, right? Done something to get his revenge.
What do you think he did?
Nobody knows. He could have been working his way through those bodies like a madman. All we know is that everyone in that house disappeared. Tell you the truth, quite relieved they did.
Why's that?
Because if they hadn't disappeared, it would have been this old fool who had to bury him. Saved me a lot of work.
All right, bye.
I best be running along.
Don't drop dead.
The coffin lid had been nailed down securely. I scanned the headstones for anything of note, but didn't know what I was searching for. I tried to move the coffin, but the table was being held up stern.
We're just gonna take it? Oh no, it's gonna fall over. I don't want to be there when it does. That's so mean.
I scanned the headstone.
Okay, so I need to know what I'm looking for. Oh. Crypt.
I couldn't see any way to open the crypt door. Not a doorknob. Whoever sealed this up intended to seal it up for good.
Hurry up with the barrels, Morris. We gotta get these unloaded before anyone sees us.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Musket? I don't think we should be using a church as our hiding place.
You're not being paid to think, Morris. You carry those barrels in here and let me worry about the theological implications. This place has been abandoned for decades. There's nobody around.
Nobody living, maybe.
It's the same voice
What
actor.
if there's ghosts, boss?
Darn it, Morris. If brains was dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Now get unloading. And keep an eye out for anyone snooping around.
What if someone catches us?
If anyone asks, we're the new clergy. We tell them these barrels are full of communion wine.
I thought we was rum runners, not wine runners, boss.
Communion rum, then.
Ah, gotcha.
Remember, St. Juniper's Church is a place to get closer to God. And if anyone questions our alibi, we make sure that happens.
The pair of rum runners looked like the human personifications of the dish and the spoon from Hey Diddle Diddle. The gangly spoon bossing around the rotund dish as it carried barrels effortlessly from the jalopy and into the church. As it turned out, nursery rhyme characters become a lot more intimidating once they have revolvers.
Yeah.
Wandering happily into the hideout of a pair of mobsters wasn't going to be a smart move. The barrels were far too heavy for me to lift, though that gorilla of a rum runner had been picking them up like they were cotton balls. I could see the shadows of the rum runners moving around inside the church, but I didn't want to get too close in case they saw me too.
Okay.
A mischievous idea began to form in my mind. Hey, I think the guy inside here might still be alive.
And why would you think something like that?
The coffin was just shaking around. Maybe you should open it up.
Well, I didn't see it move.
The gravedigger had me in a conundrum. I could hardly start shaking it right in front of his eyes.
And unless the body inside starts jiggling around, I'm not opening up that coffin.
Mm-hmm. So, jiggling around. So, what if we go here then? Oh. A chicken coop. Where are the chickens?
Cluck, cluck. Buck, buck, buck. Cluck. I tried to persuade the chicken to come outside, but clearly I was out of cluck.
You're so funny. Woodpile.
The wood was old and rotting. It wasn't going to be of any use. And who knew what critters might have made their homes inside the pile?
Mm-hmm.
Despite its obvious age, the water wheel was still turning. I couldn't get near it, and that was probably a good thing if I didn't want to get dragged under by the current.
Yeah.
The inside of the lumber mill smelled like sawdust and grease. Judging from the overgrown weeds, it clearly hadn't been used in a long time, and yet the lights remained on.
An auger?
I picked up the auger from the tool shelf. The beam looked to be driven by the water wheel outside. From the multitude of wires fanning out from the top, it was presumably hooked up to a generator.
Huh. A buzzsaw.
I didn't want to touch it. I hadn't seen something with that many scary-looking teeth since Old Lady Malloy's German Shepherd got loose on my 10th birthday.
Wow. Okay.
The hatches were locked. From their shape, I deduced they were for storing lumber, and I wasn't in need of any 2x4s.
Well, we could give some to the grave digger. Maybe?
I tried the door, but it was locked.
It was locked.
The electrical safety of the panel looked questionable. I wasn't going to touch it. The saw blades were rusted, dull, and would surely have precipitated the need for a tetanus shot. I looked over the machine, but I couldn't find a way to turn it on, if it even still worked. If I touched the grease with my bare hands, I'd be spending hours trying to wash it off.
Okay.
I needed to think of something. That wasn't going to work.
Okay.
It was a small metal tool used for drilling holes by hand.
Drilling holes by hand. Okay. Alright. I don't know. Let's go back here and see if the jewelers maybe can help me clean the... Oh, it's open now. Hello.
Oh, my second customer of the night. I don't know if I can handle such a rush. Welcome, young man, to Doubloon's Jewelry. Oh, the riches to fill your breeches. Jewels, silver, gold, the finest things for you to behold. Whom do I have the pleasure of meeting?
My name's Murphy McCallan.
Yes.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. My name's Jasper Crumb, owner and proprietor. Are you looking for something valuable while you're here on the island?
Funnily enough, I am.
Is there a special someone in your life? Looking for an apology gift, perhaps? I've sold more missed anniversary necklaces and drunken fumble earrings than I can count.
No, I don't need anything like that.
Then how about something for yourself? You look like a working man. Could I interest you in a pocket watch?
Actually, I had one up until about an hour ago. Traded it to a glowing green guy for a magic pouch. As the words left my lips, I realized I sounded like a character from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Pardon me?
I'm just here to browse.
Browse away, young man. I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah. I need your help with this. Please and thank you.
Excuse me, would you be able to polish a brooch for me?
Let me take a look. Oh, well, 18-karat yellow gold, filigree wirework in a handcrafted floral motif, and round, brilliant cut ruby, if I'm not mistaken, made to fit a music box?
That's right. How did you know that?
I know my own handiwork anywhere. Now, how did you get a hold of it?
Oh, just a gift.
What a generous gift indeed. Well, we do offer free polishings on all items purchased here, so I'd be very happy to shine her up for you. Please, bear with me for a moment.
He's like, I know you're lying. You're so full of shit. Oh my goodness. You're not shining it up, you're sanding it down. That's not how you polish a gem. What the heck? Oh.
There was no way I could carry a fishbowl full of water and a live goldfish around with me.
Yeah, but like, can you maybe,
That wasn't going to work.
No? For the kitty.
There was no way I inspected the carving. Its woodworm-dotted surface and water-stained edges suggested it had once been much more than a decorative piece in a jewelry store. There was no reason to use the microscope without something to magnify.
Okay, like, like the fish?
I didn't need to look at...
Okay, like, this?
I didn't need...
Like, this?
There was something intriguing about the manuscript, but I wouldn't have known what I was looking for with the microscope.
Huh.
There we go, shining like a firefly's rear end.
Okay.
I'm afraid the clasp on the back has broken off. You weren't planning on wearing it soon, were you?
I wasn't planning on wearing it at all.
There's no shame in indulging yourself every once in a while. Lord knows I can appreciate the comfort and empowerment a pair of hosiery. Anyway, we don't have any replacement clasps in stock, but I can put it in order. In the meantime, here's a button magnet that should hold it in place, as long as you're not too vigorous with it.
Thank you. It was the ornate brooch I'd had cleaned at the jeweler's, now glimmering in the light.
Bye. Thank you. So that means we can give it to the kitty, right? Because it likes shiny things? Yeah.
That wasn't going to work.
No?
With the newly polished brooch gleaming, I angled it towards the lantern, catching the light and reflecting a red beam on the wall.
Oh. Kitty.
I took a handful of the spilled gunpowder. I placed the gunpowder into...
Okay. How do I get in?
I jiggled the gate, but it wasn't going to open. If pirates and the colonial powers of Western Europe weren't able to get into the fort uninvited, I wasn't about to either.
So what do I do then?
I took a handful of the...
Okay, now I have more. Okay. Just to be safe. It's always good to have extra. Extra, read all about it.
The lighthouse light was off.
Her.
The jalopy door was locked. How ironic that the rum runners would take care not to be the target of criminality.
Okay. Let's see.
Hello, Edgar.
Yeah.
Do you know there are a couple of gentlemen up by the church?
Rum runners, they are. Dealing with them is not in my job description. As long as they don't mix up the stiffs I'm burying with the stiff drinks they're smuggling, I'm keeping my nose out.
That's smart.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I really miss Mittens.
Oh. Well, goodbye.
I best be running along.
Goodbye.
The stove was all... I didn't want to blow... That didn't work. The stove was... The coffin lid had been nailed down securely. I wasn't... The gentleman inside the coffin was long past needing air holes.
Yeah, but like...
The tin was full of nothing but holes.
I don't know what to do then. What am I supposed to do then? I don't know. Fort de la Mort. Oh, she's gone. Oh, bottle. Go pick it up.
As I picked up the bottle, I anticipated what could be inside. A brine-stained treasure map, perhaps, or a scribbled plea from a castaway desperately awaiting rescue. Looking inside, I found it was empty. The only writing on it was the embossed glass letters of the Orangello Soda Company.
And I'm gonna keep it. Okay. So this is a bottle where I could put stuff in it. Ooh! Like a fish. Oh, hang on. Was something... Everything's open now! Yes! Woof, woof. Oh, hello.
Murphy McCallan, so you're still here.
Yes.
What have you been up to? Anything newsworthy?
That's none of your business. Don't think I've forgotten your trick with the telegram.
Hey, it's nothing personal. Your business is my business, and my business is news. I'm Evelyn Stoker, editor of the Juniper Parish Gazette. No misdeed left unshared, no drama left unmonetized.
I see.
Come on, work with me here, McCallan. I need something juicy. Committed any crimes? Uncovered any affairs? Any deep, personal secrets to reveal?
The honest-to-God truth? No.
I need a good story. I can't let something minor like the truth stand in the way of that.
Well, you sound like a stiff one, don't you? Just let me check your trash.
I didn't want to get ink all over me trying to carry the... I picked up the scissors. With her stunt at the bayou, I figured she owed me one. I picked up the maybe she owed me two.
Don't even think about it. The spring on that printing press looks like it's going to blow at any moment.
Do you need this?
Nope.
Hey, you can't come back here.
Sorry.
Fine.
Yes?
Hi.
What are you working on?
What are you working on?
One of the most romantic articles this newspaper's ever seen. Francois Fogg, Dead Nettle's local pharmacist, is reuniting with his long-lost love after 14 years apart, thanks to this newspaper's personal ads column.
What a lovely story.
That's right. She mailed in a letter she wanted printed. Her former sweetheart saw it, and now they're on track to see each other again. Eventually.
Eventually?
Well, that's a bit of an administrative issue. In the letter we received, she told him to meet her in her Texas hometown of Magnolia. Due to a tiny typesetting error, he's now on a 6-week voyage to Mongolia. But doesn't it warm your heart how far people will go for love?
All right.
Did you know Comptroller Grimes?
How could I forget him? The guy was a walking, talking migraine generator.
Surely you shouldn't speak of the dead like that.
Why not? I spoke plenty worse about him when he was alive. Anyway, I'm sure everything happens for a reason. And hopefully that reason is to increase my circulation numbers. Everything's connected, you know. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? I suspect it works for moths, too, because I can never get the damn things out of here. Some people say that if a man breaks wind in Alabama, it can cause a hurricane in Fiji.
I think I shared a train car with that guy on my way here.
Didn't like the movie. It was, mid.
What's in those filing cabinets?
Past issues of the paper, going all the way back to 1858. Of course, things were a lot more interesting when Dead Nettle was thriving. People, ships, and cargo coming and going. Lots to report on back then. More than the dregs I have to dress up now.
Do you have any back issues featuring the Belmore Manor wedding?
We don't, I'm afraid. Most of the paper's directors were at the wedding, and disappeared along with everyone else. The newspaper had to close up shop for months while it was restaffed. This was back when the Gazette wasn't run by just one person.
Why did the ship stop coming to Dead Nettle?
The Belmore Trading Company was the heartbeat of this island. After the disappearance, there was no one left to run the company, and it all got sold off. When that folded, so did pretty much everything else.
Wow.
Don't you have more interesting stories to write about?
The crackpots this island calls a population wouldn't know something interesting if they paid for it. Which they hardly do. Believe me, I've tried to get juicier stories. Scouring the island, doorstop interviews, hiding under windows.
You eavesdrop on people through their windows?
It's called investigative reporting.
It's called illegal.
I'm doing some research on the treasure of Belmore Manor.
Have you found it?
Well, no, not yet. I've just started looking.
Then don't waste my time. Come back when you've got the goods.
Okay.
Have you ever written an article on the disappearance at Belmore Manor?
What a waste of column inches. Leave it. That's my advice. There's no story in it.
No story?
Not one that anyone would believe. And I've got advertisers breathing down my neck.
What do you think went on?
Practically everyone on this island thinks there was some kind of sorcery involved. No one is looking at the reality. If I write up my research, no one on the island will believe me. If I write their wackadoodle theories, I'll be laughed out of the industry.
Well, you have to adapt sometime.
You can tell me what you've uncovered about Belmore Manor. Trust me, at this point, few things would surprise me.
I heard the Belmore Trading Company was losing revenue. Its profits eaten up by who knows what ventures those brothers had going on. I've seen the records. The company was privately owned, sure, but when you've got pressure building and the sharks are circling, you've got to shore up your defenses. I think that's why the Belmores persuaded Abigail to marry John Rackham.
Marry someone she didn't love?
But he didn't love her either. He was just after the company, so he hires the sailor to seduce her, convince her there's more to life than Devil's Rock. And as soon as she marries Rackham, they split, never to see each other again. He inherits the lot, and she disappears with her lover boy sailor to who knows where.
But why do you think all the guests disappeared?
They bumped them off to cover their tracks. Either one of them could have been sunning it up in Sarasota ever since. But imagine me writing that into a piece of serious journalism.
That's a lot of people, though. That would be so stupid to do that.
You might not believe this, but I saw a ghost inside Belmore Manor.
You know what? You're right, McCallan. I don't believe it. Really? You've been on this island how long? And you're already starting to sound as loopy as a local.
Okay. Goodbye.
I think I better be going.
Keep your eyes peeled for a story, McCallan. There are secrets on the island, and it's my job to run advertisements next to them.
There are secrets on this island, see? Alright.
There was nothing in the fountain except a rim of moss and dirt that made it look like a stained toilet.
Ew.
I filled the bottle with water from the fountain.
Maitre d'.
Good evening. He looked past me like I was invisible, as though if he ignored me hard enough, there was a chance I'd disappear. I said good evening?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were talking to me.
Who else would I be talking to?
There's no one else here.
Wishful thinking on my part. Have you taken a wrong turn, sir?
I'm just having a look around.
Well, make it a quick one, and I shall need to know your name.
Murphy McCallan, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Felix Greer, maitre d', bartender, and acting manager of the Captain's Club. When Mr. Perkins has the night off.
Rude ass.
What is this place?
This, sir, is the Captain's Club, a private members club for current and retired sea and riverboat captains. We are highly exclusive. Are you a captain?
He asked with a smugness that told me he already knew the answer.
I thought not. Then may I recommend a swift exit? You'll find a convenient egress to your starboard side. If you like, I can give you a good swift kick in the right direction, sir. And don't feel a need to stop walking until your ankles get soggy.
What makes you think I'm not a captain?
For one thing, you lack the grizzle, the crustiness, the essential R of a captain.
How do I get those?
Years of exposure to saltwater and a sullen, uncooperative crew, I should think. Do you even have a boat?
Actually, I did have one earlier this evening, but an alligator fell on it. Admittedly, it was only 3 inches long.
It isn't the size that matters, sir. It's the motion of the ocean. Tell me, have you ever captained a three-rigger through a tropical typhoon? Have you ever run the rapids of the Mississippi without hitting a single reef? Wind in your sails? Fire in your furnace? Waves beneath your keel?
Have you?
Well, it's a little complicated.
In what way?
I get seasick.
Is there any way to prove I'm a captain?
You might show me your captain's license. As I'm sure you know, the state of Louisiana requires all captains of both river and sea to carry one. But don't try to foist off a fake on me. Last week, we had someone present a license with a photograph distinctly unlike their contemporary appearance. The photograph was clearly of someone a good deal older than them, with more facial hair, and most importantly, one less eye.
You know, I quite like being out at sea.
Oh, really, sir?
Bobbing along the ocean waves, up and down, like one of those roller coasters at Lunaland. Up and down and up and down.
If sir would please be quiet. Else I expect there'll be a few waves of something coming out of my mouth any moment.
Is the club busy tonight?
Well, we haven't opened yet, but if it's like last week, it'll be quite the lively soiree. I could barely keep up.
The members here like to have a good time?
That's right, sir. Both of them. This town sure isn't what it used to be.
What's happened to Dead Nettle?
Do you think you've wandered into the Tourist Information Center? I can assure you, you'll never meet a tourism official who dresses with this much panache. Stuart LePew, head of the Devil's Rock Historical Society, looks like a thrift store had a crisis of conscience and threw up on him.
I was just hoping to talk to someone so obviously knowledgeable about the area.
Well, yes, that is true. I am plagued with an encyclopedic knowledge of the locality. My concierge duties require it. I have a spiel.
Felix pushed out his chest like this was his moment in the limelight, his eyelids half closing as he performed before imagined crowds.
Welcome, hardy traveler, to our quaint port town of Dead Nettle. Once this town you see around you was a hub of commerce, a beacon for ships bravely navigating between America, Europe, and the Caribbean. With the unfortunate dissolution of the Belmore Trading Company, our town has settled into a quieter life, perfect for the sailor ready to hang up their cap. We hope that you enjoy your time in our cozy town and perhaps explore some of the local sites here in Dead Nettle. Well,
Excuse me?
I was expecting applause.
Oh, Woo. Woo woo.
I best be casting off.
Don't feel the need to rush back, sir. You can't go up there. It's for members only.
All right, all right.
I thought better of swimming out to the wreck.
Welcome back.
It was a handful of black gunpowder that I was...
Oh, can I grab more,
The stories about Belmore Manor are true. I saw the ghost bride inside the house.
Blast it, Murphy. Don't say I didn't warn you. This island has had its fair share of the macabre. The best way to deal with it is to leave well enough alone.
Where's your bucket?
Why are you searching for that treasure anyway?
Well, it's my job. The state's claim on that money runs out at 8 a.m., and I'm supposed to find it.
You seem pretty passionate about something that's just for work. What are the odds you draw an assignment like that?
Well, I might have made my own luck there. They wouldn't normally authorize an investigation so close to the statute of limitations running out, especially on a 30-year-old cold case. But thrust a stack of forms in front of the boss 5 minutes before clocking off on a Friday afternoon, and he doesn't care what he's signing.
Let's just hope he wasn't signing your death warrant.
Most of my investigations don't amount to more than counting paper clips in a municipal building or going cross-eyed over receipt rolls in a courthouse. When I found that old case folder tucked behind the filing cabinet, its only lead, a water-stained magazine, talking about a real-life haunted house, how could I pass it up? No luck fishing?
Not a bite, Mac. The Pengoza fish just ain't snapping for me today. Shame, too, because I'm planning on firing up my grill later. And then the tastiest catch in these waters.
How do you catch a Pencosa fish?
How do you catch a Pencosa fish?
With hours of patience and decades of practice. You ever wrestled a rod before?
Just the once. I went fishing on Lake Erie, but the only thing I caught was a cold. What do you think happened at Belmore Manor?
Now, there's a tale I don't like to tell.
Can I persuade you to tell it anyway?
I have a feeling I ain't gonna get any rest until I do. You know about Miss Belmore, the bride, engaged to the sailor?
Yeah.
Nah, the way I hear, Mr. Rackham was over the moon with her. Such an upstanding fella. I won't have a bad word said against him. Now, he realized that the sailor was going through terrible lengths to ensnare his bride, and Mr. Rackham tried to save her. I heard that the sailor caught on to this and tricked Rackham into giving the lady a gift. That's what made everything go topsy-turvy.
What was the gift?
There are places in the Caribbean that trade things more elusive than gold. Ungodly things.
Do you think the disappearance was caused by voodoo?
And that's what my mama used to say. If you're not careful, that stuff can go to your head.
Why won't you hear a word against Mr. Rackham?
He gave me my first work on this island, right here on these docks. And I'm still here to this day. He may have worn a scowl, but you don't judge a banana by its peel with people like him, Mac. When I looked into his eyes, all I saw was ambition.
What work did you do?
Loading and unloading the ships that came in. Of course, they just don't do that anymore. Dead Nettle's a forgotten town. Maybe that's for the best.
What do you do with the fish you catch?
A couple I save for myself, and the rest I sell to the captain's club. They fancy them up with lemon lobsters, slawfish, something or other. But everyone knows the best way to cook them is to grill them.
I spoke with Dr. Morey. He thinks we can make contact with the ghosts.
Morey is a charlatan and a fool.
Yeah.
Only got into hoodoo and voodoo a few years ago. Before that, he was an actor over at the Calliope Theater, and not a very good one.
Yeah.
He's the only person I know who directed and starred in a one-person production of The Pirates of Penzance. And that's because all the rest of the cast dropped out rather than work with him. He's always been searching for respect and recognition. Who would have known he found it by living in the swamp and reeking of incense?
Don't you believe in voodoo?
I certainly do. I just don't think Moray's got any more control of it than the rooster has control of the sunrise.
His understanding of voodoo amounts to whatever he's gleaned from one of those horror pictures Ventura Studios puts out at the movie palace.
My mama used to know all about it. God rest her soul. Voodoo isn't some made-up Hollywood magic, Mac. Voodoo is a real religion.
Yeah.
It's about community, about belonging, and about searching for something more than flesh and blood. It's not the snake oil he peddles.
Yeah.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around, Mac.
Hey, Ned, do you mind if I borrow your knife?
If you need it, Mac, just bring it back to me later tonight, would you? If I'm lucky with my catch, I'll be firing up the grill. You're invited to join me, of course.
Oh, that's so nice. There you go. Thank you. Can I?
I decided to leave Ned to his fishing.
Oh, I want to fish though. I wanted to do some fishing.
The fishing net was worn and useless. Using it would have been like trying to catch soup with a sieve.
Can I fix it with this maybe?
The net was well...
Okay.
I peered into the tide pools, but all I could see was pebbles, sand, and seaweed.
Fort de la Mort. Let's see here. Oh, I have scissors and a knife. A knife? Oh, I was gonna... Oh, I'm such a silly goose.
Welcome back.
Hi. Could you...
Could you polish my brooch again?
Hand her over.
The neck of the bottle was far too narrow for the pudgy little goldfish to swim through.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you.
So what do I do? What if I just talk to him?
Good evening, Mr. Crumb.
How can I help you?
What's the carving on the front of your counter?
That is the genuine stern carving of the Golden Goose, the famous brigantine. I could trace my family's history on the island back hundreds of years, right back to the ship's owner, Captain Bartholomew Crumb. You've heard of him, I expect.
Captain Crumb, the vicious pirate? I read about him as a child.
One of the most successful in the Caribbean. That is, until, as the story goes, he got pursued by a ghost ship.
Oh. A ghost ship?
A ghost ship? Surely that can't be more than a legend.
Then how do you explain this? Without a single shot fired, every sailor aboard his ship fell down dead.
Scurvy?
Victims of an evil pirate who wielded a black stone. Captain Crumb was the sole survivor. He escaped undetected in a rowboat, and after days at sea, made it to this very island. After that, he never went to sea again. Instead, he set up this shop with the one chest of jewels he'd managed to carry away. Some of the gems you see around here still date back to that final hoard.
A black stone killed the crew?
Well, so the story goes. I suppose it explains my family's obsession. Not just the gold and jewels that tempt us, but the wicked stones that threaten us.
I'm looking for lost treasure.
I'd say you found it. Everything inside these four walls is a treasure.
I mean a specific treasure. The lost treasure.
Well, if you find it, bring it in here for an appraisal. I'll give you a good price for it. But that's a pretty big if, isn't it?
It's 13 millions, but sure.
How's business tonight?
You're not a millionaire with an enraged fiancé, are you?
I'm not, no.
I didn't think so. Then business tonight is about as lively as a snail drinking decaf. The only other customer I had in here tonight was more interested in the provenance of fossils than the shiny stuff. Booked a private viewing, and then didn't buy anything. Can you believe it? The first time in weeks the shop gets a private viewing, and all they're interested in is bones.
You sell fossils, too?
I sell all the treasures of the earth. If it's under the ground and I can sell it, I'm interested.
I hear Burke and Hare had the same philosophy. What do you know about...
Oh, it's a tragedy what went on there. But I know what I think. Black magic.
Black magic?
That's right. While some of us make an honest living around these parts, there are others who are lured in by the darker depths of the sea.
Who do you think that was?
Well, it's simple, isn't it? Abigail used to stop by here all the time, taking a gander at the rings and the necklaces. She was a lovely young girl who always saw the best in people. And Mr. Rackham, he was a model for how to run a good business. Honest and decisive. Now, that only leaves one person, doesn't it?
The sailor?
Exactly. I'd heard rumors about black magic going on inside Belmore Manor. I think he was casting his spell on Abigail, making her fall in love with him. Why else would someone as rich as her want to marry someone like him? He certainly couldn't afford the rings and necklaces that caught her eye. I think, come the night of the wedding, she wised up. That's why she decided to marry Mr. Rackham after all. A much more responsible choice for the company.
What are you selling?
We specialize rings, necklaces. You'd be surprised at how much we also offer a free...
How do you know what jewelry was
I handcraft everything this shop.
Okay.
What's the most valuable thing in here?
I suppose that depends on how you value things, doesn't it?
In dollars and cents?
Yes, I used to value things that way. But a lack of business has a way of making you more philosophical about these things. Now I'd say the most valuable thing here is Granny.
Granny? Your grandmother is in here?
That's right. In the fishbowl. Granny is my goldfish.
Oh. We can't take that from him.
You named your goldfish Granny?
Yes, it was the most wondrous thing. The same day my grandmother Bethesda died, I was out at the local fun fair, and I won this goldfish on the ring toss. When we got home, every time we mentioned Bethesda, that little fish jumped out of the water and back on in. We think Granny's passed on into that fish. What do you think?
I mean this with no disrespect, but I think that's the craziest thing I've come across tonight, and I had a ghost bride trying to kill me.
We all have our quirks.
But don't goldfish only live for a few years? If she was your grandmother, she must have died sometime around the middle of the last century.
Oh yes, that's right. Each time the goldfish dies, Granny's spirit hops into a new fish. We must be on Granny number 44 by now.
Okay.
Why did Captain Crumb come to Devil's Rock to set up his store?
This was his home port. Devil's Rock used to be quite the lawless island. Legend goes he used to hide his treasure along the southeastern coastline. The island is dotted with caves. Plenty of places to hide the loot.
Okay.
What a nice young man. Isn't he, Granny? I couldn't have put it better myself.
What the fuck was that? That must have been like a mistake. Okay. All right. I don't know.
I considered wading into the... Then I realized the twine would be more useful to me. I did... The fish was already ripped open.
How about this?
Nope.
No?
From the ground, I didn't have a clear view through the balcony doors. But that didn't stop me from knowing the dark magic that went on beyond that broken glass.
Okay.
From the outside, I couldn't spot any clues to the location of the Belmore treasure.
Okay. Ooh, I can cut this. Right? Yeah. Molasses. Oh, sticky. Sticky!
I wasn't going to touch the molasses. With the items I was borrowing across the island, some may have said I had sticky fingers, but this would have made it a little bit too literal.
Okay. So, like... Ooh! Oh! I thought I would get to see inside.
I reached up to the cow skull and dislocated its grisly jaw.
Oh. Why?
It was a jawbone from the cow skull at the carriage house.
Why? Why did you do that? Okay.
The doors were firmly locked.
Yeah, but like then go inside and freaking unlock them. Ugh, whatever. Let's see here. Didn't he say that he purchased...
Welcome back.
Hello. I have this thing for you.
I didn't need to...
Okay. So I have a bunch of things. What do I do with them all? Do I go back to the inside? To the inside?
I went to open the door into Belmore Manor, but the key was gone. I was sure I'd left it in the lock.
Then what do I do? I'm a little bit confused. What do I do here? Okay. Okay.
The saw blades were rusted, dull, and would surely have precipitated the need for a tetanus shot. The beam looked to be driven by the water wheel outside.
What do I do then? I wish there was a better hint system than this. 'Cause I am out of ideas. Clearly, I'm supposed to do something with these things. Oh. I have an idea.
I tied the twine to the uneven table and took up a hiding spot behind a nearby wall. It was time to wake the dead.
Oh gosh, okay. This poor man.
Hello? Hello? Why is it so dark in here?
Huh? Who's that?
I'm stuck. Help! Help!
Mallory, if that's you again.
Get me out of this thing!
Oh no, not again. Mister, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I was told... Mister? Oh, God darn it! Next time I see that girl, I'm gonna have a peewee-sized coffin all ready for her. A few hours locked in one of those should adjust her sense of humor.
My God. Oh my. I love that we keep all of our things, all the things that we pick up, but it's very confusing.
Searching the dead man's body was not something I wanted to do.
Alright.
I picked up the handful of discarded...
Okay. So, that's what we needed, right?
I placed the coffin nails in the... The tin was full of nothing but holes.
Okay, so now we have those.
It was a small leather pouch with a drawstring used for magic spells. I'd marked off the ingredients I'd found on the manuscript.
Chalk. Black feathers, rum, silver coin. Ah! So how do I empty out this?
It was a soda bottle I'd filled up with...
Oh no. How do I fill it up with water?
I needed to think of something else.
Yeah, but like, I don't know how to do it. I need the rum. Oh. There. Make a little hole?
Using the auger, I drilled a small hole in the barrel.
Yeah.
And out poured rum.
Okay, that's not great.
I poured out the water, then began to fill the bottle with the rum pouring from the barrel. Relief washed over me at the realization that I'd done it without getting caught by the two rum runners.
Run!
Hey, Musket! There's someone out here!
Or so I thought.
Run!
Hey, fella, what do you think you're doing snooping around here? This is our church, you know, and it's closed.
I'm here with the Prohibition Bureau. We've got this place surrounded. I'm just here to do some praying.
I'm just here to do some praying. Mainly praying that I get out of this situation without a puncture wound.
He's being a wise guy, Musket.
Time to fill him full of lead.
But, boss, it's bad luck to bump someone off in a churchyard.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you hear a nonsensical thing like that?
I thought churches was hallowed ground, where sin and immorality would face supernatural punishment in this world or the next.
Where do you get this stuff from? I told you, I do the thinking in this partnership.
Okay. So, let's just go somewhere so I can check my inventory.
I poured the rum into the gree-gree.
Into the gree-gree, and now it's empty again.
If I wanted to fill the bottle, it was best to do it with the tide.
Okay. Okay, why did I need that? Bone fragment. Oh! This.
I placed the jawbone into the
There. And then silver coins. Oh my god, I have...
I placed the dime into the gree-gree. That would work as the silver coin.
And then chalk.
It was a crumbling piece of chalk.
And where do I find chalk exactly? Where would I find chalk? In Dead Nettle, maybe? Chalk. Chalk. I'm trying to think. Chalk. Chalk. I'm trying to... I don't know. Can I get the sack, maybe? What if can I bust the door open, maybe?
The shack door was too sturdy for me to pry open with the poker, but that still left another way in.
The window?
With a bit of elbow grease, I levered up the window frame.
There we go. He just shoves it in his interdimensional butt pocket. Go on then.
Pressed against the inside wall was a dusty desk covered in spiderwebs, and to top it, one thing lay undisturbed.
A key?
A small folded document which I picked up.
Okay.
Along with an inadvertent eight-legged companion.
Ew.
Ugh. Ghost stories and haunted treasures I could handle, but spiders gave me the creeps.
Me too. Captain's license! Yay! And I need a picture of me. I know somebody who can give me that. Yes. I know somebody who can take my picture. Take my picture. Ooh.
I cut into the sack with the knife, revealing it to be full of corn.
The chickens.
I took the corn from the sack. I already had some corn.
Okay, gosh. I'm gonna go back here. It's for the chicken. Yes. I'm gonna get some feathers and dye them black.
I scattered the corn on the path. Mere seconds later, it attracted the attention of the curious chicken.
Here, chicky, chicky, chicky. Come on. Good girl. Don't pull the feathers off of her. Go check the coop.
Now that the chicken was enjoying the fresh air, there was nothing of interest in the chicken coop. I was glad nobody had seen that. I may have known how to handle a chicken drumstick, but wrestling the living version was altogether different.
Don't pull the... What are you gonna do?
I'd seen cowboys lassoing cattle at the summer rodeo before, but trying to do the same with parcel twine and a chicken would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, I know. You're not gonna...
I may have needed feathers, but I didn't want to hurt the chicken to get them.
Okay, good. Good. Why do you keep standing behind her?
If the chicken didn't want me to touch it, perhaps a blast of air could do the trick.
There you go. Whew.
The manuscript required black feathers, not white.
Okay, so...
That wasn't going to work.
Oh, the ink in the thing. Yeah, I need to go there anyway.
Anything to report?
Delicately, I dipped the feathers into the canister of ink. When they emerged, they were dyed jet black.
Yes. Pretty.
I placed the feathers into the gree-gree.
Could you take my picture, please?
Yes?
Hi.
Could you take my photograph?
Would you take my photograph?
Do you know how much the chemicals cost to develop those photographs? I'm on a limited budget here, McAllen. Unless you've done something notable, you're not getting into print.
I got a story for you.
I've got a story for you. A big one. There are rum runners at the old church.
Keep your voice down, Motormouth. Do you want us to end up in the obituaries?
I thought you wanted a real scoop for the Gazette.
I do, just not one that gets me on the wrong side of the mob in the process. Pigeon elected mayor, cow does the high jump. Those are the types of stories that get eyes on the front pages.
But I thought journalists had a duty towards truth, justice, and society.
Where'd you get that poppycock idea? My duty is towards the circulation numbers. And while I'd love a shocker of a story, I'd rather not become the story, if you catch my drift.
Okay. Goodbye then.
I think I better be going.
I've got my eye on you, McAllen.
I still need chalk. Where do I get chalk? I don't know. Get chalk. Yeah, how? A poster outside the captain's club advertised billiards inside. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't let me inside without a captain's license. I wondered if one might have been left at the old riverboat, but the shack there was locked. Aiming to get across through the window, I used the poker to lever it open and found a license inside, but it needed a photograph. Yeah. Unless I did something newsworthy. After talking to Ned the fisherman, I wondered if I could break the island's fishing record. I found a taxidermy fish upon the spirit.
With the ripped seam as an opening, I placed the horseshoe inside the taxidermy fish. Now it was heavy.
Okay.
Mac, does that say what I think it does? You been holding back on me. That breaks Squibb's record.
Squibb?
Jebediah Squibb, the Cajun catcher he calls himself. Last week at the dead of the docks, Squibb caught the heaviest pincosa on record. Got his photograph on the front page of the newspaper and everything.
McAllen! How does it feel to have decimated the town record in your first few hours on the island?
How did you hear about this so fast?
It's my job to know about things fast. Now, I'm asking the questions here. Where'd you get the fish, McAllen?
Well, it was a mighty battle on the southern coast. Its fins strong as a motor, its mouth as fierce as a tiger's. I paused dramatically to allow my fishing prowess to wash over them.
What rod did you use?
Wooden one?
I mean, what make?
You know, I didn't use a rod.
You caught the fish without a rod?
It was more one-on-one. Mono, fisho.
You wrestled a fish?
And I won.
Well, as much as it pains me to say it, you're the cover story in the next edition of the Juniper Parish Gazette. And this is why I'm not getting a Pulitzer.
I've got to hand it to you, Mac. That fish is a whopper. I don't know how you got it, but as long as he keeps Squibb quiet at the porch party tomorrow, I ain't complaining.
I'd had enough of carrying. I decided to...
Okay.
Murphy! Have you seen the cover of the evening edition? I think we caught your personality perfectly in that photograph. Naive, simple, unsophisticated. Makes it all the more surprising that you actually accomplished something.
I wonder if I should have it framed.
That'll cost you.
Well, you work fast.
Hey, those cost money, you know.
But it has my photograph on it.
The Do Not Serve board down at Spinelli's bar has my photograph on it. But that doesn't mean I can just pick it up and walk out with it, does it?
Island newcomer. Okay, I don't have the energy to even think about that. Okay, here.
I'd like to buy a newspaper.
Finally, I get something out of you loitering in here. That'll be 1 cent, please.
There.
I picked up the newspaper.
Yeah.
The fewer people that saw it, the better.
I mean, Island newcomer breaks fishing record. Last week's record-breaking catch of the Pencosa. Information wanted about a missing something?
The headline read, Island newcomer breaks fishing record.
Yeah, I can't. Can I? I want to look at this.
Carefully, I cut my photograph out of the newspaper. I was going to need something adhesive.
I know what I know what this needs. We need to go back here and get the molasses, right? The molasses, molasses, There we go.
I touched the back of the photograph to the molasses.
Molasses.
Thanks to the stickiness of the molasses, the photograph adhered nicely to the captain's license.
Yes. There you go. That doesn't look suspicious at all. Now we can finally go get chalk. Hello, bitch. Read this and weep.
My credentials.
You're telling me you are a captain?
I am.
I trust it's all in order.
I thought you said your name was Murphy McCallan.
That's right.
Then why does this say Captain Knott?
It's a pseudonym for marketing purposes. You've got to stand out nowadays. A cool name's a good way to do that. You didn't think Captain Hook was called Hook before the hand incident, did you? What would the odds of that have been?
No.
Look, Sonny, the bylaws of this club only allow the club manager to verify a captain's license. And Mr. Perkins is enjoying his backgammon soiree with Mrs. Perkins and the ladies this evening, with strict instructions not to be disturbed. So I'll accept this for tonight, but try this again tomorrow night and it'll be another story. Now, with that said, a warm and hearty welcome to the Captain's Club. We sincerely hope you make use of and enjoy our facilities, and do please let me know if I can be of any assistance at all. We don't open for another hour, but if you'd like, you can head up now to acquaint yourself.
You are welcome. Wait, hang on. I wanted to look at this.
I waited for the doors of the elevator to open, but nothing happened.
If you wish to use the elevator, I'm afraid to tell you it's broken. You'll have to endure the stairs.
Fair enough.
Okay.
While I was trapped on Devil's Rock, a map of the world wasn't going to be much use to me.
Mine.
I picked up the cube of billiard chalk from the edge of the table. I considered playing a game, but the lack of balls and cues was going to be a roadblock.
Well, they're in here.
The cabinet was locked.
What?
Hello again, Felix.
Hello again.
Ned told me he sells fish to you. What do you serve here?
Captains.
Right, yes. I mean by way of food.
The Captain's Club serves a dazzling array of sea-sourced dishes, from our house special jambalaya to my personal favorite, Devil's Rock Pencosa, pan-seared with lobster slaw and citrus crawfish beer blanc. In all honesty, it's not very popular. Most of the clientele are absolutely sick of seafood by the time they get ashore. Just the sight of it makes them queasy.
What about drinks?
What about drinks?
Listen, if you're from the Prohibition Bureau, we've cleared all of that up with Officer Moe. Fines were paid, items changed hands, and now we're clear.
I'm not from any Prohibition Bureau.
Then forget I said anything. The Captain's Club is strictly teetotal, in line with federal law. Now, if certain members wish to bring in their own medicinals, then we're happy to provide the accompanying aids. Ice, tonic, mixers, and the like, but we serve no alcohol on the premises.
I'd best be casting off.
Farewell, Captain.
Okay.
The switch seemed to control the ceiling fans. The door was locked. The glass front would have shattered if I tried to force it open, and I didn't want to get kicked out of the captain's club so soon after getting in. I placed the chalk into the gree-gree. I'd done it. All 7 ingredients for the summoning spell.
Yay.
Now I needed to head back to the Spirit Queen.
Where are the stairs, then?
I glanced at the ledger on the podium. It was mostly empty. The words I could see were written in such an unreadable scrawl that looked like a centipede had dipped its legs in ink and skittered across the page.
All right. Okay, so. I guess we're going back to the Spirit Queen. Oh. Oh.
I thought I'd find you out here, McAllen.
Hello, Miss Reporter.
Evelyn!
Evelyn.
Lovely to see you out in the bayou again.
This will be the last time, McAllen, I'm not your secretary. I don't know what you're up to out here, but I'll figure it out soon enough. But for now, let's hurry it up. These shoes are alligator skin, and I don't want the local fauna recognizing an old friend. Another telegram came through for you, marked urgent. Kip said you might be out here.
My boss again?
Got it in one.
Thank you.
McAllen, report back immediately. Received word Grimes is deceased.
From who?
Lack of resources has made this a waste of time. And I've cottoned onto your little stunt with the Friday signatures. When you get back here, sorting mail is gonna be the least of your worries. Sid Sinclair Auditing Company.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. On a night when I'd just seen a ghost, this telegram was almost more unbelievable. There was more to the Belmore story than I could have ever imagined. Now I was being pulled away to a job I didn't want to work, and a life I didn't want to live. Maybe it was time to do something a little foolish. Do I still have that prepaid reply?
Sure do. What do you want it to say?
Tell him I quit. I couldn't believe what I'd done. I'd quit my job and opened the first chapter in my own adventure.
And
But
littered.
without a job, I didn't have a salary. Without a salary, I wouldn't have a place to live. And it suddenly became more important than ever that I find that treasure. For me this time.
Hello, Mr. Erickson.
Murphy, have you found all 7 ingredients?
I have.
Wonderful! Now it is time for the final step. Out of the darkness, the sadness, the fear, I command you, my servant, now to appear.
Okay. You really should cover up those puppies.
I have returned, Master. What is your desire?
The ingredients have been gathered. The final step of the spell is ready. The focus.
The possess.
The focus of the spell is whatever you are casting it upon. Belmore Manor is where the ghosts reside. An image of Belmore Manor is what you must use to direct the spell.
Murphy, do you have an image of Belmore Manor we can use?
I think so. Yeah, I have.
There may have been a coupon for a kazoo in the back of the magazine, but it would have taken weeks for it to arrive. The magazine was more use to me intact.
Okay,
There may have been a coupon.
Yeah. There.
Yes, Murphy, that will work. Place it inside the gree-gree as the final ingredient.
I folded the magazine cover and placed it inside the gree-gree.
The spell is ready.
All right.
Finally, the ghosts will be free again. Open the gree-gree, Murphy, and that will cast the spell.
All right.
With some trepidation, I took the gree-gree from my pocket and with a deep breath, opened it.
Whoop. Oh my. Whee. Wow.
At last, I am free.
Servant, what's happening?
I was never your servant.
I am your master. You shall do my bidding. I command you.
Foolish mortal. You have served your purpose.
Oh,
No
he's
longer
dead.
do I need to manifest as an ephemeral specter. Now my true spirit form is freed.
Loa, do as I say.
You are of no more use to me.
Mr. Rockham, or whatever. Oh, I thought for sure he was gonna... Oh, never mind. Oh my! Spirit fire, we need to
I
leave.
wasn't sure what I just seen, but the voodoo fire raging all around me was all too real. I needed to get out, and fast.
I have a bottle of water. There. Wow. Is there nothing here I can interact with? Oh. Hello. What have you done? What have you done? Let me down, please. I can go myself. You don't have to. Okay. It just hits his head. Bonk. Dies. Oh no, game over. Is my inventory gonna be empty now? Part 2. The love antidote. Yeah, this lasts a little bit too long.
As I opened my eyes, I realized I had no idea where I was. Hello? Hello? This wasn't good.
Hello!
I checked my hands and still seemed to be flesh and blood.
Hello?
What's happening? Where am I?
Oh. Oh. Oh my. Oh, so snappy.
Welcome back to Belmore Manor, Murphy McCallan. We didn't expect to see you again so soon.
What's going on? Am I dead?
Don't be so overdramatic, Murphy. You're still very much alive. But you're the only person in the house that is. I'm afraid your actions have caused a good bit of trouble for us inhabitants of the house.
What's happened?
Let's see if you can figure it out. We're about to play a song, and Murphy McCallan, this one is for you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, all you Belmore Manor ghosts and ghouls, let's take it to a place where voodoo rules.
Yes.
A house of spirits, but we know of one with evil intentions and now no preventions to all their evil scheme. You're now implicated in this complicated supernatural dream. You cast the spell, now the deed is done. Evil's free, the plan has just begun. Without your detection, we'll have no protection from the Machiavellian game. You set them loose, so you have to deduce who is ill and who is to blame. And self-detested, we'll ask you questions 3. Draw on clues to solve the mystery. You'll offer the paw.
The devil all gone.
Questions surrounded in doubt. The officer bride, the sailor all died. Murphy, can you figure it out? Can you figure it out?
Maybe?
The broken heart stolen by another. Tell us now who is the lover.
I mean, I think the sailor was the lover.
I think the sailor was the lover.
Someone in love and their love is true. Is it return? What is there to do? They're caught in the middle of baffling riddles. Is love what can carry them through? Sunset life, no chance for dawn. Tell us now who is the one?
The bride.
I think the bride was the pawn.
A bride in love, but in some evil curse, immersed in voodoo and things perverse. She cannot protest, and her mind's not possessed of things that only get worse. Wicked spirits in evil revel. Tell us now who is the devil?
The officer, obviously.
I think the officer was the devil.
Obviously.
A phantom figure who's now in control. Black magic powers got things he stole. But maybe it's set back, but he's gonna get back, and we'll worry that goes that it's go.
Yeah, pick it up.
Maybe you listened and now you've done it. You took a gamble and you have won it. A bride in a sail and
And a sailor's farewell,
an officer
pulling the strings.
A hostage filled with voodoo. And yes, we know like you do. To fix it, we'll take some strange things. To test it, we ask you questions 3. You do clues and solve the mystery. The officer, bride, and the
Sailor all died,
questions
surrounded in doubt. The pawn, the devil are gone.
Murphy, you figured it out. And there's too much. The foolish boss find treasures trapped in hidden vaults. You may think you are done, but it's all just begun. It's time for the ghostly debut. So
Say trick or treat, cause there's a ghoul to defeat.
and Murphy, we hope that you do. Or guess what? You'll have to lie
I'll have to die too? Well, fuck.
have to die too.
Fuck you, lady!
I was back in Belmore Manor, and although it was better than being dead, I didn't know what was awaiting me.
Me neither, but that's gonna have to wait until some other time.